Here I have problem 1. Basically it has this triangle between two parallel lines. Now how do I know they're parallel? You don't have them labeled A and B and say A parallel to B. The way I know is, see that little extra, that arrow on each line? Not at the end, but right there sort of on it. That arrow tells me the two lines are parallel. Now it wants me to come in and find Y and find X. Well, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to fill in everything you can and then come back and say, oh, well, that angle's this and that angle's this. Don't try to find individual angles. Try to fill everything in so that you can sort of figure it out, so that you can use multiple ways of finding it. First thing I do is I see 110 here. Now I could get Y from it, but let's look how we get things. If that's 110, I know this right here, its linear pair has to be 70. Now I don't know anything here, don't know anything here, but now what you could use to find Y is you could use that Z-Meister right there. Now the other thing we could do is we could extend these lines, extend them here, and then move things up from corresponding. But I like using this Z-Meister. Again, really it's alternate interior angles is what the Z-Meister really is. That's the technical name because, again, they're on the interior angle and these are on alternating sides of what we call this transversal here. So if that's 70, this is 70. The other way to get that is, since this was a transversal and you had parallel lines here, these guys are called consecutive interior angles, and consecutive interior angles always add up to 180. So right away when I have 110, I could have seen that was 70. We're going to use that idea right here to get this measurement here. This line is basically a transversal connecting these two parallel guys, touching each one. So it's on the interior. They're on the same side of that transversal. They're consecutive interior angles, which have to have to 180, so I know this is 100. Now let's say that I didn't know that. I didn't know that 100. How else could I get this? Well, the other way is, you know, this is a straight line right here. If that's 70, that's 80. Well, those add up to 150. This interior part right here, that guy's got to be 30, doesn't it? Because 80 plus 30 plus 70 adds up to 180. Well, notice the triangle. 70 and 30 is 100. So this other triangle, look right there, triangle. 70 and 30 is 100. So this would be 80. And then its linear pair would be 100. So if you forgot that, there's other ways to get it. That's why I say fill in everything. You don't want to just be searching for something individually. Look at everything around you for these problems. There we have problem number 1 for you for homework.